It is something many of us do for hours every day. In fact, we are doing it right now. A Vanderbilt University study finds average Americans spend more than half of our time sitting.
And it's slowly killing us. Dr. Pat Kolwaite is with the Joint Chiropractic. He is here to talk to us about what's being called sitting disease. So, Doctor, what is this? And has it been around, or at least this term, for a long time or not?
Well, a lot of people call it sitting disease. It's also prolonged excessive sedentary behavior, or sitting too long.
I see why they call it sitting disease.
Exactly, a lot easier to get out. But as far as has it been around for a long time, you know, we forget 200-300 years ago, we didn't sit much. We didn't drive place to place, we walked. We didn't sit behind a desk or computer, we did manual labor jobs. Entertainment wasn't plopping in front of the television or computer, it was out doing things. Well, our lifestyles have changed, but our bodies haven't. They still are the same. And our bodies are built for movement. They are not built for excessive sitting. So anytime we sit more than 6 to 8 hours per day, that's too much on the body, and it's actually led up to be the fourth leading risk factor for morbidity now, for death.
Wow.
Fourth leading, wow.
Oh
right
my
behind
gosh.
smoking.
Okay, so we associate it, at least I do, with maybe being overweight, but actually it hurts the joints and the bones,
Exactly.
right? The structure.
Our spine is meant to move throughout the day. It allows our vascular system to pump itself. It allows our nerves to be healthy. It keeps our discs in good shape so that we don't have these problems. So it's not sitting per se, it's the prolonged sitting for long hours. And that's where all the damage comes.
But doctor, what about in the workforce though? Many of us, or at least it feels like, we're getting, more assignments. We're doing more right there in one place where you're pretty much working nonstop. How do you balance that?
Well, we can't quit our jobs. We can't stop driving places. So we have to find things to break it up throughout the day. So there's many different things we can do. You can go from the expensive end, between $3,000 to $4,000, look at a walking treadmill desk, to where you 1 to 2 miles an hour, you walk as you work at a workstation.
Are a lot of people really using those? I've seen some commercials and
they're becoming more in vogue, but once again with a price tag, it's a little tough.
Let's go a little
So next down, we can go $400 or $500, and they now have your stand-up desks. It can be a regular desk, push a button, it pops up to a standing position, and now we can stand and work at the same time.
So even just standing, even if you're sedentary while you're standing, that's better than sitting while you're...
Yes, ma'am, because the way the body works, the way our muscular system is designed to hold our body upright, when we sit, my muscles and my legs are not activated. So therefore, you can see swelling as blood pools, as the muscles are shortened. That also tightens us. When we sit at a computer and we're like this all day, we're crunching over, that's making our spine into a C shape. It's also constricting the space that our lungs are in, so we don't get as much oxygen to the blood and to the brain, so it diminishes thinking.
We have about 30 seconds left here. I know you wanted to show us something.
Sure. Well, if you wanted to see an example of what happens when you sit, when we move throughout the day, our bones pump the disc, and that keeps it healthy. When we sit for long hours, these bones start to become out of alignment. They get stuck in this sitting position. So when we get up and do move, it doesn't pump the way it should. That causes the outside of your disc to get weak and brittle.
And that's why so many people have so many back problems.
Exactly. So you're keeping it healthy, but then when it's stuck out of place and you're putting that pressure on it, you start to see that weakening of the disc, and slowly that disc will start to bulge out.
Wow. So let's talk about, just for that office worker who can't do a standing desk.
Throughout the day, set a timer. Every 30 minutes, stand up. 1 minute, sit down. Take your phone calls while you're standing or walking. Meetings, take a walking meeting. Instead of sitting in a boardroom, walk around the building. Make sure that you're constantly moving throughout the day so you don't have to sit prolonged times.
Got you covered. We don't want to be like that donut.
That's right. That's my breakfast.
All right. Thank you, doctor. So glad
You're
to have you
losing
here.
your
Thank
jelly.
you for having me. Thank you.
Here's where to find the joint.